Welcome back, folks. It's your lousy Florida gardener. Finally got us some pretty weather out here in North Florida Zone 8B. Probably two of the questions I get asked a lot, people knowing I've worked on 2-cycle engines and sold them for over 20 years and that I garden, is what kind of weed eater do you use and how do you control weeds? I can answer both of them with the same answer. I don't use a weed eater. The weed control I'm going to show you about, and we're going to go a little further. I use a product most people know is Roundup, Glyphosate. Now when you say Roundup, most people freak out. Most of that's due to not being educated on the product and watching too much TV. You've seen all the lawsuits, that's why everybody's panicked. Roundup causes cancer. So does these ivermectin pills everybody's taking to fight the COVID. They also could kill you if used wrong. But used right, they're a great product. Same way with Roundup. Don't believe the hype. Don't talk about Roundup in a Facebook group about gardening. They kick you out. Been selling Roundup and using Roundup for years. Roundup's always said not to use on food, crops intended for human consumption. Roundup is a great product if you use it right. People talk about what it does to the soil. If you're putting nutrients back into your soil and compost, you're replacing what you're destroying in that soil. Don't use it around food crops. It's common sense. I mean, you wouldn't drink a can of gasoline. I'm gonna show you how to use Roundup for just general weed area in your grass and your lawn. And that way you'll know how to use it and have a few tips on how to use it. So let me show you first what we're gonna use is the Roundup product itself. This particular one has the 41% glyphosate. You're gonna need a measuring scoop and you're gonna need a sprayer. I have found too, some sprayers come with this. You put it on the end, it's a guard. I'll show you how to use that. Some don't. If not, you can make you one out of just an old oil can or a piece of milk jug and zip tie it to it. Mine has one, so we're gonna snap it on. Bring you over here a little closer. Now I use a 1 gallon sprayer because I just mix up a gallon at a time. You can use whatever. The most important thing is read the directions and use it toward what you're going to use it for. I'm using it for general weed. That says about 2.5 ounces is good, so we're going to put about 2.5 ounces in it. If you get it over a little bit and you go to 3, don't worry about that. I like to put my water in. I like to put my water in first because otherwise, if you put the chemical in, then it starts sudding up. Now, on the day that you decide to do this, your ground needs to be dry. And you also need to know that you're gonna have dry weather for at least 3 to 4 hours afterwards. Even though this has a surfactant in it to make it stick, you still need about 3 or 4 hours of good dry weather. So now we're gonna shake this up. You'll notice your spray pattern gets less. You need to pump it more. You need to keep it pumped because you want that dispersal of that spray. Now in these beds that we're going to spray today, we're just going to spot spray. We've had a lot of rain. I haven't really been able to weed. Weed has kind of got out of control. Now if you're getting ready to put in the bed, the principle is pretty much the same except for you would spray your whole area. Generally what will happen when you do that is what is there will die over about the next 3 to 4 weeks. You'll start to notice other stuff come up. That isn't what you done sprayed. Roundup only kills what it touches. That's the only thing it kills is what it touches. It feeds through the foliage. So don't cut a bunch of stuff down and then spray it. Spray it first, give it 2 or 3 days, then you can cut it and it'll die. Now the light can get to what's underneath that it couldn't get to before and those seeds start to sprout. Spray it again. Generally about 2 to 3 sprays after that, you can go ahead and put your mulch in. You can generally put your mulch in after the first spray. After that, all you'll need to do is spot spray. A lot of the problem comes in where people's decided to use it in their home garden and let's don't just spot spray, let's just spray everything every time. No reason to saturate and waste the product like that and put the soil through that. Once you get your initial kill done, then you can come back and it's just the seed that your mower or bird has dropped over that you can touch spray here and there. That's what we're gonna focus on today. I'm gonna just show you how I do my spraying. Now here, you'll see, I got some baby elephant ears right here and a century plant. These don't do real good. I get a lot of rain in this area. I mean, a lot of shade. So what you do is you take your cup and you see the weed here. You put that shield over your plant so that it shields your elephant ear from it. And then you don't have to give it a big whooping. You just give it a little bit of a. But what you don't want is the product to get on the plants that you want. And so you don't have to just soak everything. Just hit the individual plant. But be sure that you don't get it on nothing that you want to keep. We'll come over here, I got some sago plant. Got stuff growing all around it. You know, you want to look and make sure that you're not spraying any of your leaves or getting it on your leaves. Just give it a light mist. You can always come back later on after that dies and get what you miss. Now you just see me pull that sprayer over that plant. I don't suggest that. A lot of these go to dripping and you'll be got your plants. Not one credible resource has been able to say that Roundup itself causes cancer. Some of the products that's used to make up the glyphosate is what they say causes the cancer. That's also found in other products. They have not been able to specifically link this. It's a class action. What's going on is they get enough people in a lawsuit with lawyers. Lawyers get a settlement out of the company. Company don't want to fight. Lawyers make a big check. A few people around the country get a couple $1,000s and everybody's happy. Roundup's gonna keep right on selling. Government agencies still use it. Schools still use it. Parks still use it. Private entities still use it. When applied correctly, it is a great product. Don't use it around your food crops. Use some common sense. Use some protective stuff if you feel better.